Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 4. Let me introduce myself. My name is Saskia Khairunisa with number student 2019-11506 and my partner is Erza Binda Fitra with number student 2019-11494. We would like to presentation is our discussion. In this presentation, we will discuss about demand estimation. First, the presentation will be delivered by me, Saska. So let's do definition of demand estimation. Demand estimation is a process to find the value of coefficient or parameter of the current demand function for a product or current value for a product, where the demand function is a function of price variable, advertising, consumer income, trend, and other variables that affect the level of demand. The demand estimation function is formulated as follows. The equation is Q equal A plus By times P plus P2 times A plus P3 times Y plus P4 times T until plus Pn times N. Based on this equation, the demand estimate tries to find the coefficient value Py, P2, P3, P4 until Pn are the coefficient values or influence parameter of each variable on the quantity demand by consumer. This coefficient is the key to managerial decision making. And then there are different ways of determining demand estimation that can be classified into two methods. First, direct method or primary data. Direct method is method of estimating demand by involving consumer directly through interview and survey, simulate market or control market experiment. And then indirect method or secondary data. Indirect method is method of estimating demand use secondary data that has been collected, and then an attempt is made to find a statistical relationship between the dependent and independent variable. One technique that is often used to estimate demand is the regression analysis technique, or simple and multiple. Identification problem. The identification problem refers to some of the difficulties of deriving the demand curve from the data available in the market. The demand curve is usually estimated from the quantity and price of the product from the market. However, the difficulty is that times, market, stage, income, commodity price related are always changing. This is hard to identify. And then marketing research approach to demand estimation. First, consumer survey. Consumer survey is an activity to survey consumers to see how the quantity demand reach when there is a change in price, income, and other using a questionnaire. And then observation research. Observation research is the collection of information about consumer preference by observing how they buy and use products. And then consumer clinic. Consumer clinic is a laboratory experiment in which a number of participants are given a certain amount of money and asked to spend in a simulated store and see how they reach to change in commodity price, product packaging, display, competitor product price, and other factors affecting demand. And the last, market experiment. Market experiment is the same technique as the consumer clinic but implemented in the real market. And then introduction to regression analysis. This is sample question from regression analysis. This is table and this is scatter diagram. A manager wants to find a relationship between a company advertising expense and sales revenue, where the manager collects data on advertising spending and revenue from sales for the past 10 years, where the level of advertising context as X as the independent variable and sales acceptance or Y as dependence that the manager wants to explain. From the table data, it can be illustrated by a SketchUp diagram showing the relationship between in the X line, namely advertising expenditure as the independent variable, and the Y line is sales income as dependent variable. Logically, if spending on advertising costs increase, it is expected that sales income will also increase. And then regression analysis. Line of regression, sum of line of best fit. Regression line is minimize the sum of the square deviation on the vertical axis or AT of each point on the regression line. OLS or ordinary least squares is method of the sum of the least squares. And then simple regression analysis. Simple regression analysis only perform regression analysis for two variables only, or one independent variable and one dependent variable. The process is the first, calculate the value of A or vertical intersection and value of B or slope coefficient of the regression line, and then conducting a significant test of the parameter estimate, and the last construct a confidence interval for the actual parameter. And then OLS or ordinary least square method. The purpose of regression analysis is to generate estimate value of A and B from the regression line. Y average T equal A average plus B average times XT, where Y average T is estimasi penjualan pada tahun T, XT is estimasi tingkat pengeluaran ikan pada tahun T, A average is estimasi nilai A pada titik potong vertikal, and then B average is estimasi nilai B pada koefisien. And then the estimate value of A and B is obtained from minimizing the number of square deviation. B average equal sigma XT minus X average times YT minus Y average derived by sigma XT minus X average square. X average and Y average adalah nilai rata-rata dari XT and YT. A average equal Y average minus B average times X average. And then this is table of the sample question. The following table calculate advertising expense with sales receipt. Example estimation with OLS. The formula is B average is sigma XT minus X average times YT minus Y average derived by sigma XT minus X average square. The equal is 116 derived by 30 is 3.533, and then substitution A average equal Y average minus B average times X average is 5T minus 3.533 times 12. The equal is 7.16, and then substitution to Y average T is the equal 7.16 plus 3.533 XT. So So this regression line shows the advertising spend is 0 with XT equal 0. Expect sales revenue or YT is $7.16 million with $10 million in advertising in the first year of observation, or XT equal 6 equal $10 million. YT equal $7.16 plus $3.50 times 10. The equal is $542.90 million. At others time where expand, the equal is $15 million. Then Y10, the equal is $7.16 plus $3.50 times 15 is $16.55 million. This means that the level of advertising expenditure has an effect on sales. And then parameter estimation significant test. To test the hypothesis that B is statistically significant or that advertising affects sales positively, a significant test is needed. The step is determine the standard error or SA of B, which is a follow. SB equal root of sigma YT minus Y average square divided by N minus K sigma of XT minus X average square and is square. The equal is root of sigma standard error divided by N minus K sigma XT minus X average square, where N is number of observation per sample and K is number of coefficient per sample. Degree of freedom or NK, N minus K. And then this is table of sample question and the answer. And then SB, from the equal SB we can answer the SB is root of 65.583 divided by 10 minus 2 times 30. The equal is root of 0.2728. The equal is 0.52. After obtaining the value of SB, then calculate the value of the ratio T to determine the existence of a significant relationship between advertising cost and sales. T-test for significant. The calculation is T statistic. T equal B divided by SB. The equal is 3.53 divided by 0.52. The equal is 6.79. The degree of freedom or N minus K is 10 minus 2 is a critical value at 5% level from the table T is 2.306. Because the value of T is 6.79 exists, the value of the table is 2.306 for a significant level of 5% or 95% confidence level with degree of freedom is 8. It rejects the null. hypothesis that there is no relationship between X or advertising cost and Y or sales and accept alternative hypothesis which say there is a significant relationship between X and Y. And thank you for the presentation continue. I will deliver by Erza. So Erza, time is yours.
Model fit and correlation test. In addition to testing for significance, we can test the overall strength of the explanatory variables of the entire regression. This is obtained by calculating the coefficient of determination or R squared. The coefficient of determination is expressed as the proportion of variation in the total dispersion of the dependent variable that can be explained by variation of the independent or explanatory variables in the regression. Steps: decomposition of sum of squares. Total variation is explained variation plus unexplained variation. Sigma YT minus Y bar square is sigma Y hat T minus Y bar square plus sigma YT minus Y hat T square. This is a graphic of total explainable and unexplained variation. And this is a calculation table for estimating the value of the coefficient of determination or R squared. Coefficient of determination. R squared is explained variation divided total variation is sigma Y hat T minus Y bar square divide sigma YT minus Y bar square. R square is 373.84 divide 440 is 0.85. Correlation coefficient. R is square root of R square with side of the hat. R square root of 0.85 is 0.92. This means that the variable x and y change together 92% of the time. The correlation coefficient has a range between -1 and 1 return. R is greater than or equal to -1 and R is less than or equal to 1 is 0.92 is greater than or equal to -1 and 0.92 is less than or equal to 1. Multiple regression analysis. If when the dependent variable are found, we are looking to explain It is hypothesis to depend on more than one independent or explaining variable. The linear function y is a plus b1 x1 plus b2 x2 up to plus bk point xk. Coefficient of determination and adjusted are squared. The coefficient of determination measures the proportion of the total variation in the dependent variable explained by the independent variable. However, in multiple regression analysis, taking into account the number of degrees of freedom differs with increasing independent variables, R square need to be adjusted as follows. R bar square is 1 minus 1 minus R square multiplied by n minus 1 divided n minus k. Analysis of variance or effect. The overall explaining strength of the regression can be tested using analysis of variance. F is explained variation for k minus 1 divided unexplained variation for n minus k. F is L square per k min 1 divided 1 minus R square per n minus k. Multicollinearity. It is a high correlation between independent variables in a multiple linear regression model. The statistical tools that are often used as multicollinearity are: first, variance inflation factor or VIF. Second, percent correlation between independent variables or finally, engine values and condition index or CI. Heteroscedasticity is the inequality of variance from one residual to another observation in a multiple regression. The regression model that meets the requirement is where there is a similarity in variance from the residuals of one observation to another constant, homoscedasticity, usually found in cross-section data. Heteroscedasticity detection can be done by 1. Scatter plot method by plotting the ZPRAD value, prediction value with SRASID, residual value. 2. Glatzer test, spark test, and Witt test. Autocorrelation. There is a correlation between a period T and the previous period T minus 1. Regression analysis is to see the effect of the independent variables on the dependent variable. So there should be no correlation between observation and previous observation data. The autocorrelation test is only performed on time series data and does not need to be performed on cross-section data. Steps of estimating demand with regression. Model specification by identifying variable. For example, KD is F, Px, point I, point TA, point A, point T. Data collection. specification of the form of the equation of demand. Linear TD is A minus A1 Tx plus A2I plus A3 Ty plus A4 A plus AST over prefect KD is A Tx B Tyc. Estimate parameter values and result table. Thank you.